Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Infinite Soul Medicine with Angelica. I am Angelica, and whether you are new or returning, I am grateful to have you here. So today I have actually, I can't remember which deck this is. It's one of the decks by Izzy Ivy, and I believe this is the Apothecary one. I'm not sure. But what I wanted to do, what I feel called to do, is to shuffle in order to bring certain codes, see what codes want to come in for your highest and best good, and see what wants to come through. Okay, we're just going to do a little bit of experimentation and have a little fun. So for the highest and best good, what is the message, the insight, the medicine that would like to come through this deck for those watching at this time? Okay, very simple. Very simple. In breath, out breath. Move with the breath. Balance the flux of life. Hei ia mako ia sene ilaha kia. Mako ia sene ilaha. Mako ia nata ilaha mako ia. Sekia matukoe tin la at. Sekia ma. Tene yawa ya mawa. Tikia na tele. Koma ile kia mat ma satia. Take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. Okay. Sekyanata. It's with the breath. When we come back to the breath fully, presently, when we come back to the breath, we come back to ourself, back to our center, back to purpose. And the way purpose is coming through here, it's coming through as a form of like intentionality of it being, I want to say a noun. I want to say a noun. No, a verb instead of a noun. Okay. So it's more of an action. Okay. It's an intention rather than a purpose, like noun form, right? A person, place, or a thing, like it being your purpose. This is more of the intention to connect with the breath through the heart. There is a 0 point field, a unified field, a quantum field to be accessed through this axis. It's funny. There is a point of access to be accessed through this axis. Very interesting how this comes through. Tahilaka. So imagining the breath moving through the heart and moving through the heart as you exhale. There is something as you focus on the heart with the breath, there's an opening that happens. Malakia mahoya nate. Simply by breathing in and breathing out. But breathing in, breathing out, there's a balance. The hielakiyamata. There's a balance, right? You see the infinity symbol. In breath, out breath, in breath, out breath. There is a balancing that happens, right? It says balance. Yeah, it says balance the flux of life. In, out, in, out. Simply with the breath, you can balance yourself. You can balance your mental body, your mental energy. You can balance your emotional body, your emotional energy. You can literally bring balance into your perspective by breathing intentionally through the heart, intending balance, intending order, intending mayat, malaku uyeyanata, by intending to restore balance, bring balance, invite balance in, right? Or rebalance. Very interesting, my friends. Very interesting. Is there any other? Here's the thing. This message is going to be short because it's meant to be simple. We we over complexify things. We overcomplicate things. However, the complexity actually resides within the simplicity, because that is the paradox, right? The paradox is that it's so simple. It's so simple, yet so complex. However, when you tune into the frequency of simple, in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath, that within itself unfolds. It begins to unfold the complexity, so you can begin to see how complex it is in its simplicity, and vice versa, how simple it is in its complexity. There is a great paradox, and people pass it off, or we see it in like movies and shows when they mention like breathing, like I'm just gonna go breathe. Oh, breathing, really? Like it's so frowned upon and laughed at and like almost like humiliated out of the room, that in TV, in in media. But if you're watching this, this is meant to actually bring you back to the truth of it. Like, yeah, you can make fun, but it doesn't make it any less true. You can sit here and distort that information in media, but that doesn't mean that the truth isn't there for those who are present enough to recognize it. And my friend, if you're here, that's you. Take some time and simply just breathe with your eyes closed. Call it a meditation. Call it whatever you want. But simply breathing in consciously, breathing out consciously, allowing yourself to recalibrate. Because even in that balancing, or like in this is how we regulate our nervous system: in breath, out breath, right? Or manipulating the in breath, out breath, right? Box breathing, right? 4, 4, 4, and 4, or 4, 7, 8, right? Different tempos of breathing methods. In any case, it's still breathing. Very simple. Man, I wish I knew who said it. I want to say it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like back in the days of Pumping Iron, like the movie Pumping Iron, it was all about foundational moves. And obviously we ain't bodybuilding here. However, the same principles apply. Simple, foundational. If you practice your foundations constantly, you will have a strong foundation, resilient, strong, able to weather the things. Even if you lost everything, you'd still have the foundation within you because you've practiced them. Yeah? Okay? Very, very simple. Keep it simple. Keep it foundational. You can only ever build on a structurally sound and integrous, meaning integrity, a structure that has integrity. You can only build on that going forward. Anything that's built on shoddy foundations, or just not enough repetition in that foundation, like you're not really set in those foundations, they will not last in this era. I've done this before. I don't remember things specifically, but I remember, I'm like, and I know these things. I'm like, no, that's just not sustainable anymore. We need to go back to the foundations and practice them until we remember them, until we remember how critical, how foundational they are, till we remember their importance and how they help us build everything else. Because if that foundation is lacking in any sense, it will fall in this time. So, in breath, out breath, my friend. Very, very basic, very simple, right? Very foundational. Remember your foundations. Remember simplicity, because that's what we're being guided back into. While the world gets loud and chaotic and wants to, invite you into transhumanism, right? And merging with technology. We've done this already in the times of Atlantis. And we're remembering now, let's not do this again. We need to stay foundational, stay very simple, okay? Because from simplicity, it's natural born, that complexity, it's inborn, okay? If you just focus on simplicity, the complexity is born into it. You can't, you don't have to try to, you don't have to try to build it to be complex. It is naturally in it. So, for example, the entire forest is in one seed. That's what I mean. Okay? The complexity is seated within simplicity, and vice versa. Okay? It's two sides of the same coin. It can't not be there. So focus on simplicity, focus on foundational, just foundations. The complexity will unfold itself in its own time when you are ready to see it and recognize it. That is that is the very cryptic message for today, my friends. May it serve you in remembering your own power, uplifting, feeling inspired, empowered, and just ready to freaking shine your light as authentically and as badassy as you can. From my universe to yours, my friend, may blessings and blessings find you always. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe from this video, and I'll see you in the next one.